a sense for the numbers from that Eric Worre presentation, the number of people that I need to be talking to, that really opened my eyes. The number of people that I can talk to, and the number of presentations, and the number that I'll roll, and the number of business builders that will come out of that. That was huge for me. It's when I saw that and I looked at the top, the number of people that I have to talk to, I realized I have to fall in love with talking to people that I don't know, with past my fear of bringing this up with everybody. I have to have fun with it. I have to enjoy it. I have to get momentum to get off the ground, and I have to talk to a lot of people in every single day. And I did not know that before this. So
that's so great. So how did that translate for you? Like, what did you experience from yourself by the end of the week by focusing on those daily activities?
It made me understand, when I look at this game plan, the page where it says week 1, when I have to hold myself accountable to this and write down the number of people, of new initial contacts. And I need to see that number, big or growing, not 0, not 1, not 2, not 0 sometime. If I'm going to reach my goals, I have to go big. I can't be 0s and 1s and 2s.
How to redeem a ticket if you were at Celebration.
I'm not sure. Where'd that come from? I couldn't see where that came from. Who was talking?
What was the question?
Another page.
Oh, there's another page. Who was that spoke?
Christy.
I think it was just someone unmuted, Jess.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, Dawn, that's amazing and so powerful that you have been focusing on those daily activities, because that is the juice. Like, really, you will see the big results by those daily activities. So that's powerful. Thank you for sharing.
Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah. All right, guys. 4 more people that don't want to be sharing. And again, this can be a triumph, a lesson learned, something didn't go as expected, somewhere you got out of your comfort zone. We want to hear the good, the bad, the ugly. This is the place to be real and share what you really got going on. I'm going to start calling people out. Yeah, Kathy.
Okay. Well, last week I had several people I had appointments with that I thought were going to be, jumping the gun to enroll, all in a hurry. And they're all still interested, but they weren't ready. And so it was really, really hard to be upset, and not, just not take it personal.
Yeah, totally. It sounds like you're really present to that right now too.
Yeah.
And what I know about you is that you just care about people so much. Like, why you're impacted is because you see greatness in everyone, and you are an invitation for people to step into their greatness and feel amazing. And so for you, is it just kind of like a little bit of your heart's broken every time someone isn't, ready to take that step for themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're amazing, Kathy. Like, I know you care so much about people. And you know what? That's an advantage that you care so much. It really, really is an advantage. And that you feel the full spectrum of things. And that's something so powerful that we all bring to this opportunity, is that in a way we're putting our hearts on the line, because we care about people and we want everyone to be just like shining in everything. So I get it, right? Does everyone relate to that? Like, this also has you put your heart on the line and have it broken. Yeah. So thank you so much, Kathy, and just for your caring and loving of people. And you're going to keep following up. I know you will. Because follow-up is where it happens, right? Awesome. Okay, 3 more, guys. These are so good. Yeah, awesome. Margie.
A bump in the road for me. I've been good with reaching out to friends that I hadn't contacted before who may have followed my journey through Facebook. I think what caught me up this week where I was maybe being inauthentic, or it felt like I was whenever we have promotions for the free enrollments, I maybe sometimes reach back out a little too earlier than I would have touched base again. And I almost feel like I'm being pushy, and even though I really want to share the opportunity for the free enrollment and it's a great time, I don't know if that, it's really not a big bump, but I sometimes leave feeling, oh, it was too soon to touch base again. I needed to give them a little more space. But sharing the free enrollment is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Because I think this is really good for people. I think what you're speaking to is really good. So could you clarify a little bit more as to the specific scenario, kind of where you were at in the phase of conversation and what happened?
All right. So specifically with a cousin, she's very interested in getting into the product, but they're also going through a move. So she wanted things to settle down a bit. They've moved out of state. They're also trying to sell their home in Ohio, where I was anxious to touch base with her again because of the free enrollment. It escaped my mind that they still haven't sold their home and, give space there. I don't know. I think my energy, because of the incentives, just kind of gets me a little jumpy sometimes to touch base, and I don't think through if it's the right time or not for that person.
So powerful that you bring that up, truly. And we have all, I'm sure, been there. It's like, do I not? And especially with those incentives, you get so fired up. And I know after celebration, I'm so excited and I just want to scream it from the rooftop. So it's really like, how can we balance our energy? How can we still be super excited, but also balance it? So do you have some clarity, or do you want me to share something I hear in kind of this scenario?
Sure.
Okay. And I would love to hear what other people say. But what I hear when I'm remembering, and I don't always remember, so I'm imperfect and it happens. And I've had, I've apologized for being a little too excited with some people, and, people get it, but is if I ask permission, follow up. So if I'm like talking to someone and they're not quite ready, maybe they're still looking at resources, something like that, then I say, well, hey, can I touch base with you in a few days or a week or a month? Or can I touch base with you when there's a promotion? So that you always know that they're giving you permission for that next follow-up. So that's just something I simply hear. Would that make a difference for you if you just felt like she gave you permission for that?
It would, that makes sense. And I think that's a tool that I probably should have known. But that does make sense because it opens the door. I have the permission to reach out with incentives, and I shouldn't have the guilt of touching base when it's sharing a good thing. So
yes, totally. And you know what? She loves you. I know you're feeling a little about it, but it's awesome, and that's okay. I have had, and if you ever feel like a little bit awkward about it, I'm all about just being as authentic as possible. If it's going to free you up, go back and just say, hey, I'm so sorry if I got a little overexcited, and I know you have a lot going on. I never wanted to be pushy. Clear it up, the more you can just clear things up, people get it, people understand, and then you won't feel like that's in the space between you guys.
Right. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you for sharing the truth. See, this is the huddle. This is where we all come together and really say what we've got going on. So thank you for, sharing that, Margie. I think I saw a couple of hands. I was just looking at okay. Yeah. Amy, would love to hear it.
All right. So, Jocelyn, you really helped me this week. I just want to say, I really appreciate just you putting it out there and taking the time to break things down just a little bit simple, made it easy to understand and then easy to apply. So I was able to connect with a few people, And I mean, it's so out of my comfort zone to just reach out, to just like message somebody that I think could maybe use the products or benefit from the business. And so I was able to do that this week. The good news is everybody at least responded. Like I was like, oh, they're not even going to respond. They're not even going to acknowledge my message. But they were, they both came back with like, sure, tell me more. And, I would tell them more. And they're like, well, it's not the right time for me right now, blah, 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 blah. But it was like, okay, I put myself out there. I know I'm going to get no's. It's just like, I didn't get rejected. Like it wasn't like an immediate, I'm not talking to you, or she's weird, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just felt good to feel like, oh, they're not afraid of me. They just, and they responded nicely and I responded back. Anyways, so it's just like, okay, I just need to keep doing that. And eventually I'll have some yeses, and just to keep focusing on that and keep building on my list. And, but I would say like, that was my positive. My negative is really trying to get a grip on how to post, how to not be too much, you know what I mean? Too much of one thing. I'm still struggling with that, but, I guess that comes with kind of practice too, but, just feeling like, okay, I don't want to bombard my Facebook friends and have them unfollowing me and stuff like that. So, trying to work on tweaking my communication more. So.
I love that. Well, and thank you for sharing both of those points really about the reaching out and the consistency, and something I'll just share about Facebook. And we're going to share something in just a minute too about leveraging the Ice Body Challenge and Facebook. But the way I've looked, when I reflect on the last 2.5 years of sharing Isagenix and our lifestyle on our pages, our Facebook pages, personal, that I look at it as in the beginning and even ongoingly, you're building trust with your community. And so if you are consistent and just showing your overall lifestyle, people are starting to trust you, sharing the ups, the downs, so that when you do reach out, they've been watching you. Sometimes people won't like or comment on anything have this like trust. I've even had people who I end up meeting up with say, I've never talked to you before, but based on your like Facebook, I just trust your authenticity. And so I think you're doing great. I can look back, Amy, I'll go check out your Facebook, but as far as I've been seeing you, I think you're great. I think your posting has been awesome. It's been very balanced. It's really just about overall sharing your lifestyle. I think your Facebook's been awesome. Yeah. And that's this whole thing, that's a whole other, we could do a training on Facebook, guys. Do you guys want a Facebook training, like for, a group of people? Yeah, that's, and that's just really one part of the business. But it's just authenticity and trust is back to that for sure. Okay. How about one more? And I want the person that's really, really, really nervous to share. Oh yes, Christy.
Okay, I'm not really nervous, but I have to shout out to Lisa. You are the numbers girl. You always have been. And for those of you who have not listened to the $1 Million Challenge Zoom call from last week, yesterday I listened to it for the 3rd time and I took a lot of notes. And I have a firecracker on my team right now. She literally enrolled 4 weeks ago, has shed 26 pounds, and has in the last week added 10 people personally enrolled, and they're personally enrolled. And so listening to the $1 Million Challenge and realizing that she could make anywhere from $5,000 to $23,000 in the next 4 months, fire under me. And so I just want to thank you, Lisa, for always casting the bottom line vision, because you do that better than any leader on our team. So please, those of you who haven't listened to the $1 Million Challenge, recording, I think it's on the Stronger Together business, right? And then Alive to Thrive business for those of us in that too. So I just want to shout out to you, Lisa. Seriously, mwah. Thank you.
Glad you
and
like
the thing I'm scared about is that I won't be able to keep up with this 68-year-old woman, Gail. Her tagline, we've now made it, this Gail is on fire.
That's awesome. And you're so right. Lisa is amazing with the numbers, the big picture, and she provides it so clearly. So Lisa, we are so grateful for you.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Well, before we jump into, the two topics that we have, because we're going for simplicity, right? Like we want to apply every week, because we could train you for days, but if you don't take action, you really don't learn. The learning is in the action. So we really have just a couple topics, but before we jump into those, because they're short, I want to presence why we're here. And so I'd love for 2 or 3 people to share, why did you show up tonight? What has your hand hit join? Like, what is it that has you participate? So, you can share just the small version, the big vision, what excites you now, what excites you 10 years from now, anything, but just want to presence the why, because it's so important. You guys, what is up with not wanting to share? This is the business, y'all. All right, Michael, you've been so patient, dude. We want to hear you, dude.
Thank you. So it's really 2 things for me. Right now, what it is for me is getting present to the community. Like I'm connected to something that's bigger than myself. Because I know left up to my own devices, I'm probably not going to do anything. But also when I know there's like a group huddle where we're all coming together to share our experience and get connected on a bigger level, like that's what fuels me from week to week, knowing that we're going to come in here and huddle. But then the other side of it is like performance training. Like I want to hear what people did and didn't do and how it turned out, and coaching from other coaches to see what's actually going to make a difference in those conversations to have it go the way we want it to go. So those are the 2 things for me right now.
Love it. Thank you, sir. Drew, we'd love to hear from you, because I know you were going to open up the call because of the technical difficulties that didn't all work out. So we're going to have you open up again next week. But would you like to share what you're here for? What has you show up? Oh, we can't hear you. I think you're muted. Still muted. Maybe not.
I have something in my mouth. I can't talk. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Who else would be open? Yeah, awesome. David.
Okay, you can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for me, the reason that I clicked join, and I really look forward to it, I feel like I have a lot of enthusiasm. I'm really pumped up. I had a made because of the products, and I've been learning that just my own personal transformation and modeling my beautiful self is not enough. I need some more specific help with that. And you guys, you and Aaron are successful. Lindsay is successful. Lisa's super successful. This is like dealing with super successful people. So just listening is what I want. I'm figuring I'll absorb some success just by being around you guys. So that's why I click.
And I feel the same about you. I always absorb around you just like positivity and just light and amazingness.
I can always say one thing about Lisa too. This is really fast. I had this thing last week. It was I enrolled a preferred customer, and it's an older woman that I know, and she's been wanting to do it, but not wanting to do it, but wanting to do it. Forever, and went over and I helped her. We finally got her enrolled, and it's just little me. I'm way as far down as possible, and Lisa sent me a text just to say congratulations, and that totally made my day. Just that she even noticed it, recognized it. This person spent $100. The minimum, but I appreciate that from Lisa. So I wanted to say it out loud. I really do.
Thanks, David. That made my day.
Well, and David, it's not little old you, by the way, either. You're a giant on the team. Come on.
Well, thank you. But, and if you just looked at numbers, it's, I'm sure.
Our team is like, we really want everyone to win and succeed. And right. I think we're all just so, I really can't even capture it with words, just the group we are and like who we all are for each other, no matter how we're connected or not connected. Just, I'm so grateful to know you guys. Like some people would be praying for a community like this, and we have this right here. And thank you again, Lisa, just for your, consistent leadership and acknowledging everyone on the team. All right, guys, one more person presencing why we're here, and then we're going to hop into the simple, awesome topics that we have. What'd you say?
Joy.
Oh, Joy.
Hey guys, just to add on to basically what everybody had already said for the coaching, for the conversation, for why I'm here, really, it's just the commitment to myself, commitment to my family, commitment to the business, commitment to the people that I'm going to touch, move, and inspire.
Girl, love your commitment. And Joy's been on fire Joy, how many people did you bless last week?
7.
Yeah, girl. Awesome. So amazing.
Yeah, and thank you. You guys are awesome, and for the leadership and the coaching.
Oh, yay. We're so happy that you're on the team. It's so much fun. Thank you guys. Okay, anyone last burning one, or do you guys want to hop into the meat of the call? If your heart is just burning to share. Nope, not seeing anybody. Okay, you guys ready to hop into the action? Give me some some energy. Let's hear from you guys. Cool. I'm just making sure you guys are asleep. Or no, awake, not asleep. Okay, so it was requested that we share a little bit tonight about how we've been leveraging the IsaBody Challenge as a business building tool. And this really, really clicked for us at Celebration this week, or this last 2 weeks ago. Because in the past, it was always like IsaBody Challenge is like a secondary thing, like, I'll tell people once they're enrolled. It never occurred to me to use it as a business building tool. But here's what I want to invite you into thinking about. If you were to walk into like a car dealership and someone was like, let me tell you about like the possibility of movement and transferring yourself to another place, you'd be like, I don't get that. But if you're it's going to get you from point A to point B. It's simple. Like, you can understand. That was probably a terrible analogy, and I'm so sorry if it was. It makes sense in my brain. But it's simpler for people when they can just hear about a 16-week challenge. It's more tangible for people than just Isagenix conceptually as an idea. And so how we've been leveraging this, and we've been thankful, to enroll a few new team members these last 2 weeks. And it's really been from the IsaBody Challenge. So I want to, number one, just create for you guys how powerful the IsaBody Challenge is. So you sign up for 16 weeks. Not only is it free for the person to sign up, with the use of Isagenix, but they earn $200 of free at the end of the 16 weeks. That, number one, is amazing. Number two, the structure and accountability is amazing. Number three, they can be a finalist or a winner. Kathy's always great at reminding us of that. Like, I'll post sometimes about the $200, and Kathy will be like, oh, hey, and by the way, they can also be a finalist and win $3,000 and a cruise. So they can be a finalist, like creating that whole vision for people. So the IsaBody Challenge structure and accountability is just incredible and really free for people to sign up for. Now, how we've been leveraging this both in reaching out to people and posting is every day, and we're going to continue this, I think, for the whole 16 weeks. We've been doing hashtag day, let's say 1, of our IsaBody Challenge. And maybe a little thing about why we're doing it. But sometimes that's all we do, just hashtag the day of IsaBody Challenge. I can't even tell you how receptive people have been to it. People have been, for the first time, whereas they never reached out before, have been like, oh, what's an IsaBody Challenge? What's this 16-week challenge thing? It's simpler, it's clear, people can ask about it. So I encourage you to try it for yourself and see what kind of, response you get. And even reaching out to people has been such a powerful tool, because we've been able to, in the past, where it was like, okay, do I approach, how do I say this to someone? Instead, we've just been texting, or you know what's better I've been using is voice text. If you have an iPhone, there's a little microphone and you can send someone a voice text so they can hear your voice. It's just amazing how much of a difference that makes. They can hear your passion and your inspiration. So whether it was a follow-up, someone we talked to in the past, or someone brand new, we've just been like super simple. Hey girl, it looks like you're doing really well. Your kiddo looks amazing, so cute. You know, Erin and I are sharing with a lot of people that we care about this 16-week IsaBody challenge we're starting with. I thought of you. I think it'd be so fun to do this together. You know, respond to me if you want to hear more. Would love to talk about your goals. The response has been awesome. More response than ever. You know, there's still a few people that don't respond, like, you know, whatever, they're busy, they forget. That's never about us. Remember, if someone doesn't respond, it's not about you. Okay, they've got whatever's going on. But more responses than ever, reaching out to people, whether that's so that's reaching out. And then here's the other thing. I encourage you to try this for yourself. I just try it out. You know, maybe you've tried to be super vague before, but you know what? People appreciate transparency. They really do appreciate transparency. And but here's the other thing that I've been playing with, and you know, you can try this on or not, with the brand new people that we're starting these last couple of weeks, and I haven't had a chance to talk to everyone about this yet because we have their welcome calls this week. But I had one today, a gal, and I said, hey, I know you're nervous. Like, she's like, I want to share, but I'm nervous. I said, do you trust me to try something and see how this turns out? Like, she doesn't know how to formulate her Facebook post. She's not at the point where she wants to actively reach out. You know, those people idea of it, but don't know how. Anyone? Yes? Okay, good. So what we're encouraging them to try, I just said, do you trust me? She's like, yes. I say, post every day for at least the first week. Hashtag day one. And the reason I say hashtag, it may seem silly, but people actually stop to read the hashtags. They really do. It's different than just day one. I do it. If you ask people, people will stop and go, oh, hashtag, what's that say? People are almost more interested in what hashtags say than anything else. So the hashtag day one of IsaBody challenge. And then they could put a little bit of like, I'm doing this to feel better than ever. Or they don't have to put that. But I challenged her, do this every day for the first week, and just for getting outside your comfort zone, for acknowledging, we're going to send you a gift. Okay, she loved it, okay, because she wants to get out of her comfort zone. Everyone wants to get out of their comfort zone. They just don't know how. So when you give someone a simple way to get outside their comfort zone and make it fun and rewarding, it's a win-win for everyone. So we're trying that out. You can choose to try that with people on your team or not, but I encourage you to try it yourself. You will be shocked and amazed at the response that you get, both on Facebook, reaching out to people. It's simpler, it makes sense. And who isn't signed up for the IsaBody challenge right now? Who's not signed up? Okay, I see a few people. And let's hear, because there might be more than one person thinking what you're thinking, what's the reason that you're not signed up? And this isn't like a bad thing. I'm genuinely curious about what, yes, Dawn?
I just finished one, and I'm still in the maintenance photo mode, and it didn't occur to me to do it again. That's all. Perfect. So you can sign up. We did that. We ended one, and then 30 seconds later hit restart, even though we were in the maintenance period. Totally do that. You can sign up, girl? Cool. Okay. Monica, and maybe, is it for you, baby on board, or?
Yes, that's why. And I don't actually know how to do it, being that I'm pregnant.
Okay, so good. That's such a good question, because there may be more people either on this call or people we're supporting that say that. So thank you for sharing it. But what's so external results, or it's not just about getting smaller. You know, yeah, a lot of the winners, have these transformations that are weight loss, but there have been in the past, and a lot of finalists have been because of either putting on muscle or just a mind, body, soul transformation. They changed their habits, their lifestyle. I think your story of, by the way, I hope you don't mind now that everyone knows you have a baby on board. I think you've been sharing it a little bit. Okay. I hope that's okay. I'm sorry. So she is expecting, yay. And so I think your story of your experience while being pregnant and continuing your, healthy habits would be so powerful, for yourself, for people. So I say that's completely Isobody worthy. And in terms of how you would do it, I think it's just, we could talk offline about that, but just you maintaining your healthy habits, because it's not necessarily for you about getting smaller. Right now, we don't want you to be getting smaller. You're supporting a baby. So it's for you just being well and healthy and, keeping nutrients great. And maybe however you can figure out to feel good while working out, if your doctor's allowing you to. So we could talk offline about goals, or you could, think about that. But absolutely, pregnancy is such a beautiful time to, be a great example for people. All right. Were there any others that weren't signed up and you'd like clarification, or there's a reason why? I didn't see any other hands. Everyone else is in one? Really? Thumbs up if you're in one. Amazing. Okay. So I'd love to hear what you hear in everything I shared that you can newly implement, or if there's something there for you blocking yourself. Is there something that has you resistant to sharing this with people, either via text, Facebook, anything that in you goes, I don't want to do that? Because that's the thing to talk about. Wherever that resistance is the perfect thing to talk about. So is there anything that comes up for people? No, you guys are like all good about it? You guys are going to like all start #day1 tomorrow? Oh yeah, Kathy.
I have a question. I've had, I tell everyone about it, but I've had a not want to bother, which totally blows me away. Because, it's great support, it's great accountability, plus you get $200 in free product. Plus, the pin, the shirt, all the rest. It's like a total no-brainer. And I finished one in 2 days, and I'll be signing up for another one. And
So when you say bother, do you mean like go through the work?
Yeah, it's like they don't want to bother to go try to find a USA Today. They don't want to bother to have someone take the pictures. And I volunteered to go buy the thing for them and take the pictures for them if that's the only way that they'll do it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people just, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if they don't want in them. And I keep telling them that nobody sees those pictures except the page. They're on that page forever and ever. And the only way they would ever be published is if after 2, 3, 4, whatever challenges that you were a finalist, and then it's like, well, yeah, show those babies. I don't care, Can
I ask a clarifying question about this, Kathy?
Yeah.
When you first start someone, after they've ordered their system, do you give them a tour of their back office?
Yes.
And do you show them where to sign up for Isobody?
Yes.
And do you say, this is where to sign up for Isobody Challenge. I want you to sign up for this in the next 48 hours.
I don't say that.
So people will do exactly what you say to do. And I'm not saying 100% of the time. There's still people that are happy. Like, I didn't have people sign up for the Isobody Challenge until I, number one, pointed it out. And I said, I want you to sign up for this in the next 48 hours.
Perfect.
Breakthrough for me. Before I was totally like, sure, do this if you do or don't want to do it. Now it's like, this is a part of the process. So maybe just try that out, like just the shift in language. Language is so powerful, guys. That's like one of the biggest lessons we can all get from this is sometimes a slight tweak of the words we use can make the biggest difference. And So just sometimes think like, okay, are you, how can I best show them the steps that are going to have them be successful? And sometimes just a slight tweak in words. So Kathy, you want to try that out and just see, what?
Yeah, I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, babe. Any other like things that resistance that comes up? Brad, yeah.
Well, actually, I just wanted to kind of go on with just that topic real fast. I've actually had Margie and Jared, Amy and Josh, and then Tracy, my dad, and then my little sister all joined the IsaBody again just recently. And I wanted to ask maybe if one of them would speak out on why they joined. Because, I mean, obviously something about that challenge really spoke to them. So maybe instead of like what's not working, let's just turn it to be like, why do people want to be a part of it? I saw Margie's hand go up.
So I've been on the products for about 5 or 6 months and had never joined the challenge. It was the Stronger Together 30-day challenge that got me into it. And I'm very grateful for that. I did it because I knew if I wanted to be a leader, I had to lead the way and set the example and join it myself. And doing it that night was empowering and made a huge change. Now, I understand what Kathy was saying about people on her team being fearful of the picture. I have major issues. I had nobody take the picture. I had my phone on selfie. I had it set up at the right height. I put it on timer. I took my own photos and sent them in. My husband didn't join the challenge then, but he did start a 30-day at-home workout. After the 30 days together, he made such progress that, yes, he joined the 16-week. So really, me joining triggered us both. So that's our story.
Love it. Did anyone else that Brad was mentioning want to share why they jumped on the IsaBody challenge? Yeah, Amy.
I think for me, like I want to be kind of like Margie, like I want to be an example. But I also enjoy the rewards. I mean, it's helpful for our family to get the free $200. I mean, my kids take this stuff. I mean, my kids are eating my bars like they're going out of style. So, I mean, it's a great way for us to kind of keep our pantry full of stuff and to have the extra product. It's good to be able to share with the people that I'm bringing in how much of a blessing it is to have that extra money coming. I mean, $600 a year. So, I mean, it's really important for me. I mean, I love the benefits of completing a challenge personally and getting the $200. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, Eva, did you want to share something?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't done one before. I've registered a number of times. I've never completed one. And right now, coming out of Celebration, I've been looking for something to really pour myself into. And like, that's it. That's what I'm, pouring myself into. And speaking to what you spoke to, Jocelyn, just about transparency and watching what you guys started, and even Michael's doing also the hashtag day. I don't know what day you're on, 7 maybe. I said, I'm gonna put myself out there and be transparent because to paint a perfect picture. And I love that this is a 16-week challenge to just be really authentic and create a story and communicate with people. And I was surprised today. I posted one for day 4, and I was surprised with the reaction. And I think I'm excited to have some accountability, create that as my accountability, and create it as a new way to be in conversation with people and see what's possible over the next 16 weeks. So thanks for leading the way on that.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for taking it on. And you did get a huge response today. That was amazing. And it's just, transparency is huge. Michael, I'm curious too, since you've been also doing the hashtag day, have you been getting a surprising response, or what has been the response? Transparent about it.
Yeah, I would say the difference in the response has been people are more playful and interactive. I think like it's landing like rather than me trying to hook them, like I'm trying to get their attention, like come look at me or please look at my hashtags. It's more of like, this is what I'm up to. I'm literally sharing every single day what I'm up to.
Yeah.
And for me, it's having me get more connected to my journey. And I know when I'm in an IsaBody challenge, I'm more congruent with using the products, which gives me a better place to stand when I'm sharing with people because I know I'm a product with a product. So I have more freedom to share with people because of it.
You're so spot on though about how by being so transparent, it isn't like trying to hook. It's just,
totally.
Here's what I'm doing. That's so true.
Yeah.
I love that. Good. Yes. Any other questions? I see someone. Yes, Tracy. If you're talking, babe, we can't hear you. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Brad was giving me a bunch of garbage. First of all, I had to listen to this whole thing while I was driving because I had to drop my husband off at the airport, who's sitting at the gate listening to you guys too. So we really appreciate that. But Cassie and Jim and I just all joined the IsaBody challenge again. I've joined twice, never finished the paperwork. But last time I did it, I lost 25 pounds. So I was really stoked. I like that competition. Right now, and she's been in Isagenix longer than me, and she's ready to just get back in, and I said, let's go. So we're a fire under each other's backsides, and I love it because it's motivational. It's motivational for everybody. It's easy for me to talk about, and that's why we did it, and I'm going to keep doing it, but I just forget to finish them at the end.
So do you have a calendar reminder this time?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, good.
For all of us.
Nice. Right on. Well, good job for hopping right back in.
Thank you.
Well, is it okay, guys, if we go 5 or 10 over since we got started a few minutes late because of technical difficulties?
Justin, I just have to communicate that I have to be on another call, so I'm actually going to hop off right now, okay?
Sure. If anyone needs to hop off, totally understandable. We've got just a few. So I love it. So who's going to take on jumping on or posting every day? You know, you can choose how long, but who's going to take on that transparency and try that out? Some people's faces are like blocks, gray blocks, but I'm guessing a lot of people. Okay, good. Let's try it out. Awesome. Well, in the last few minutes, Lindsay had some amazing points she wanted to make today. Oh, good. Brad Cole's in. Woohoo. So we've got just a few more points, but really the IsaBody challenge is such a business building tool. And I encourage you to not only post, but also use it as a very simple way to reach out to people. Try 3 people tonight if you got the courage today, okay? Just to get it out of your system when you're nervous, okay? All right, Lindsay, bring us home, girl.
Hey guys, I'm totally obsessed with everything you guys shared, and here's the deal. So what I had planned to go over is definitely more than 5-10 minutes, and it's going to be a really powerful and really fun way to create some action in the team around the 90-day game plan. So instead, I'm going to hop in the business group, and I'm going to do it as a Facebook Live. So, because I mean, half the people already left, so I don't want to share it here and then have everyone miss it. So I'm going to do it that way, and there is a challenge associated with it, and something that we're really going to use. Let me tell you this is your teaser. For those who take this on, your business will never be the same. That was an explosion, I think. So I'm going to hop in the business group in about 5 minutes, and I'm going to share it there. Tag your team members. Comment if you're in. The more we comment on those live videos, the more it stays in the news feed and people actually see it. But this could potentially shift your entire business if you really take on this challenge. So I'll leave you with that and watch for the live feed in the business group.
Yeah, love that. And speaking of supporting posts, guys, since we're all going to take on posting or, the hashtag day one Isabody, if we see each other's, let's really cheer each other on. I try to, for every person I see, to celebrate them, like them, comment them, because ours to gain more awareness and visibility. So if you see each other's, let's be cheerleaders for each other and really comment on them, thumbs up, anything like that, so that we can all, just have some great support on social media. So has tonight been helpful? Have you taken away something? Okay, good. Awesome. Well, again, remember your why. Keep your why a burning desire and learn through action. Take the action, and that's where your greatest lesson will be. And have fun with it, guys. You guys are all amazing. You're changing the world. We're doing this together. Let's go. Let's hear some screams or woos or something. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Woo. 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 Bye, guys.